Today, the father of a female veteran who needed care is furious after the U.S. Secretary of Veterans Affairs visited Chico's VA clinic. We reported yesterday he was here to investigate why two patients left the clinic, then got into deadly altercations at home. Today, Action News Now reporter Camille Acevedo spoke to Julia Larson's father about why he blames the VA.
Behind this fence right here is a father who is angry, frustrated, and fed up with the Chico VA after his daughter went to the Chico VA for help but didn't get it.
And we believe the VA, whatever they told us to do, we had no other alternative, really. So we were at their mercy, and they let everybody down. And I am disgusted.
Martin Larson confirms that his daughter, Julia Larson, was one of the patients in the Office of Inspector General's report. He recalls the last day his family took Julia to the Chico clinic. Larson says the clinic staff couldn't provide his daughter with same-day access, instead giving her medication and telling him they could take her home.
There was nobody there to give her any advice, any kind of hope. Nope, medicine, and we can take her home.
Martin says later that evening, Julia started firing shots inside their home, one of the bullets hitting and killing her mother. Martin says his daughter did not intend to kill her mother, but she did.
The day we took her was Julia's worst day of her life. And it turned out to be my wife and I. It was her last day. And it was my worst day also, and I've been dealing with the fallout.
The in-depth OIG report explains how clinical staff failed to provide Julia with required facility services. Services that include same-day access to a care provider if there is an urgent need for it, as well as the licensed vocational nurse misinterpreting the nurse practitioner's instruction that the patient being assessed is the best option. That mistake is why Julia ended up at the Chico clinic rather than sending her to the Sacramento VA Medical Center.
The report is very accurate. They laid bare the inadequacies of the clinic.
But Larson says he couldn't believe what a clinic insider told him about what U.S. Secretary of Veteran Affairs Dennis McDonough did off camera yesterday.
He was telling us he was getting insight into what went wrong. No, not at all. We found out that he was in there giving high fives, kudos, and awards to the very people that messed up.
I reached out to the Chico VA clinic to see if the clinic had a comment about what happened off camera. They haven't gotten back to me yet. Larson tells me that the nurse practitioner that was directly involved with his daughter lost their job, but Larson says that is not enough. He wants the VA to be held accountable to ensure that this does not happen again to anybody else's loved one. In Red Bluff, I'm Camille Acevedo for Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Camille did call the clinic to ask about what the Secretary of Veteran Affairs did off camera, and nobody's gotten back to her yet, as you heard her say. We're still working to talk to the family of another patient in that report about what happened to their loved one.